Isang mapagpalang araw sa inyong lahat, lalo-lalo na sa ating mga tagapagpakinig, mga kaklasiko, at sa ating guro na si Ma'am Shalikal. But before we start to our proper discussion, I would like to encourage everyone to prepare themselves, the notebook and pens, so that we can take notes about the important informations with regards to our report. So makikita natin sa ating screen, may nakalagay na quotes about onus and star omnium. Na this means it is like a Spanish quotes nang ibig sabihin sa English ay one like all. So, ang ibig sabihin, ito ay nagre-representa sa isang grupo na kung saan, alam naman natin siguro yung one for all for one. So, it simply means na ito ay nagre-representa sa isang grupo. Ngayon, dumako na tayo sa proper discussion. So, we have two topics to discuss. First, we have the La Liga Filipina, the introduction of La Liga Filipina, and the second one is the constitution of La Liga Filipina, the aims and its forms. So, let's have the introductions of La Liga Filipina. So, in the night of July 3, 1892, Dr. Jose Rizal founded and inaugurated the La Liga Filipina at house number 176 Ilaya Street, Tondo. So, ang ibig sabihin nito ay, so we all know that this Dr. Jose Rizal is the responsible for founding this group or samahan, which is the La Liga Filipina. So, ngayon makikita natin kung ano yung parang larawan ng lugar kung saan itinayo at inaugurate yung La Liga Filipina. So, ayan na nga. So, ito yung parang whole view kung saan natin makikita kung saan inaugurate yung La Liga Filipina. So, ito yung lugar niya. So, makita natin may rebulto at sa rebulto na iyan at sa mga parang may flagpole, may mga nakalagay na impormasyon patungkol sa sabahan na buo ni Rizal, which is the La Liga Filipina. Ano nga ba yung hangarin ng La Liga Filipina na binuo ni Dr. Jose Rizal? So, it was formed not for the purpose of independence. So, it is for mutual aid, protections of its members, fostering of a more united spirit among the Filipino. So, ang ibig sabihin lang yan, hindi ginawa yung samahan ng La Liga Filipina para makamit yung buong kalayaan ng Pilipinas. Kung hindi, ito ay lang for mutual aid, protection of its member, parang protection kung kabilang ka sa grupong ito o sa samahan ito, maaring magkakaroon ka ng proteksyon laban sa mapang-apusong tao. Fostering more united spirit among the Filipinos. Kasi alam naman natin, during this time, sa panahon ng, sa kasadsaran ng Liga Filipina, we all know that ito ay yung panahon na kung saan na kinolonize ng Spain ang bansang Pilipinas. Kaya, parang hindi yung parang saklaw lamang nito, ito'y napakaloob lamang sa membro ng La Liga Filipina na kung saan pag membro ka nito, magkakaroon ka ng proteksyon kasi membro ka at saka parang yung parang pinapaigting ng sama nito na mapanatili ang nakasanayan o parang kultura ng pagiging Pilipino. So yun lang. So hindi saklaw nito yung para makamit yung buong full independence of the Philippines. So, its constitution declared the aims, forms, duties of members and officials, right of members and officials, the investment of funds, and general rules. So as we all know, kahit na sa ating bagong henerasyon ngayon, pag gagawa tayo ng samahan or parang organizations, we have the rules and regulation to be followed. At saka meron din may mga duties, responsibilities, and parang we will conduct a funds for the future project. So ganito din yung ginawa noon ng grupong La Ligang Filipina. So lahat ng membro ay mayroong mga sinusunod na karapatan, responsibilidad sa grupo ito. At meron din silang parang investment of funds or parang they are nag-iipon sila ng mga funds for the future projects. And of course, general rules, meron sila mga sinusunod sa grupo ito. Now, let us proceed to the constitutions of the La Liga Filipina na kung saan tatalakayin ito ng iba ko pang miyembro. So makinig kayo sa kanila.
So, nang makauwi na nga si Rizal sa Pilipinas, marami nga mga tao ang sumalubong sa kanya para itatag ang La Liga Filipinas. Which means na hindi porket na itatatag yung organisasyon para agad sa kalayaan ng Pilipinas. Hindi binuo ang organisasyon para makamit agad ang kalayaan ng Pilipinas, but to help and to protect each other or each member of the group. Gusto nila na magkaisa ang bawat Pilipino or ang mga Pilipino. So kaya nagkaroon sila ng konstitusyon. Konstitusyon layunin kung paano nila mauorganisa o magkakaisa. Meron silang mga tungkulin o karapatan ng miyembro at opisyal kung paano gagamitin ang pera ng samahan at patakaran na dapat sundin. So, may 5 layunin ang La Liga Filipina Constitution. Una ay to unite the entire archipelago into a concept of vigorous and homogeneous body. So, dito is unity. Unity o pagkakaisa o magkakaisa ang buong archipelago sa isang what to say that, like ang pagkakauri at masiglang katawan. Pag sinabi nating katawan, hindi literal na katawan kundi ay sa bansa or sa bansang Pilipinas para maging masigla ang bansang Pilipinas. Yun ang unang layunin ng La Liga Filipinas. Pangalawa is to provide the mutual protection in every grievance and needs. So, pangalawa naman dito ay ang mutual protection na mabigyan ng proteksyon ang bawat isa sa kanilang kagustuhan at pangangailangan ng bawat isa or protection at pangangailangan ng bawat isa. Ito ang pangalawang layunin ng La Liga Pilipinas. Pangatlo naman is to defend against violence and injustice. So pangatlo is defend. Tungkol naman ito sa laban ng karahasan para tayo ay maprotektahan. Kaya nga nung unang panahon wala tayong mga karapatan, kaya ito ang pangalawa nilang layunin, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng Espanyol. Parang kinunan tayo ng mga karapatan bilang Pilipino. Kaya ito ang kanilang pangatlong layunin sa kanilang organisasyong ginawa. Ang kanilang organisasyon, maidagdag ko lamang po, ay meron ding tinatawag na motto. Ito ay La Liga Filipina Latin, which ang tawag nito ay Annus Instar Omnium, which means one like all, or bawat isa katulad sa lahat. Ang pang-4 at pang-5 layunin ay pagpapatuloy ng aking kagrupo. Thank you.
So the fourth aim is the encouragement of instruction, agriculture, and commerce. For the encouragement of instruction, it refers to the promotion of education and learning among Filipinos. La Liga Filipina emphasized the importance of education as a means on empowering population, cultivating a sense of national identity, and preparing individuals to contribute to the betterment of society. As for agriculture naman, we all know that agriculture was the backbone of the Philippine economy during colonial period. By encouraging its improvements, the Liga Filipina aimed to increase productivity, ensure food security, and improve economic conditions for farmers. These include farming techniques and advocating for fair treatment and rights for agricultural workers. As for commerce, encouraging commerce meant fostering trade and business activities to stimulate the economy. La Liga Filipina sought to develop a vibrant economic environment where Filipinos could participate actively in trade, entrepreneurship, and industry, laying the groundwork for economic independence and prosperity. Overall, these goals were part of a broader vision to achieve social and economic reform in the Philippines, improving the life of its people and ultimately contribute to country's progress and self-sufficiency. The fifth aim is the study and application of reforms. The study of reform
Now, let's proceed to the forms of the La Liga Filipina. The first form of the La Liga Filipina is to set these ends in operation, a popular council, a provincial council, and the Supreme Council shall be created. So para organize ang pagpapatakbo ng La Liga Filipina, there is three council na gi-create, which is the Popular Council, Provincial Council, and the Supreme Council. Now, what is Popular Council? So the Popular Council is the governing body that is directly elected by the people it represents. And the Provincial Council, it is the governing body that oversees the administration of the province. They are the one who is responsible in making decisions that affect the province's policies, services, and development. So actually, the Popular Council, it serves as the voice of the community. And let's proceed to the last council, which is the Supreme Council. So kini siya, it is the highest sa ilahang tulo. So the hierarchy of this is pinakataas ang Supreme Council, second dayon ang Provincial Council, and last ang Popular Council. And let's proceed to the second form of the Liga Filipina. The second form of the Liga Filipina, each council shall consist of a chief, a fiscal, a treasurer, a secretary, and a members. So I know na familiar na mo aning uban except lang aning fiscal. So fiscal, so the role of fiscal is the one who is responsible for financial matters. Like for example, budgeting, accounting, and taxation. So, fiscal is just like the auditor. So, ang treasurer, so kini sila ang nag-collect if there is like taxation. And let's proceed to the third form. So, the Supreme Council shall consist of the provincial chiefs, just as the Provincial Council shall be composed of the popular chief. So, ang naasa Supreme Council is ang mga provincial chiefs. Nya ang naasa provincial council is ang mga popular chefs. So there are 7 forms under the Liga Filipina. The forms of number 4 is the Supreme Council shall have command of the Liga Filipina and shall deal direct with the provincial chiefs and popular chiefs. The Supreme Council was the governing body of the Liga Filipina. Its primary responsibility was to oversee the entire organization and provide leadership. The Supreme Council had direct command over the provincial chiefs or those managing larger territories or provinces, and the popular chiefs, those managing local or smaller communities. The idea was to establish a unified national movement with a hierarchical structure for better coordination and the achievement of 8 goals. And next is the form of number 5. The provincial council shall have command of the popular chiefs. The provincial council shall have command of the popular chiefs appears to be related to a governmental or organizational structure, possibly within a province. The provincial council, this is the governing body of the provincial level, responsible for making decisions and policies for the province. The provincial chiefs, these are local leaders or chiefs who hold influence and authority over their communities or regions within the province. In practical terms, this could mean that the provincial council can issue regulation, guidelines, or mandates that the popular chiefs are required to follow within their areas of authority.
There are 7 various forms under the La Liga Filipina, and the 6th form is that only the popular council have the ability to command their member. And the 7th form is that each provincial council and popular council shall adopt a name different from their locality or region. This is to distinguish each of the provincial councils and popular councils based on their locality from their chosen names.
Ngayon, dubako naman tayo sa aims of the Liga Filipina. Ano nga ba yung aims ng Liga Filipina? So as we all know, that the Liga Filipina consists of subdivided in 3 types of council: the Supreme Council, the Provincial Council, and the Popular Council. So, mayroong dalawang pribilehiyo na dapat sundin o gawin ng membro o opisyal sa La Liga Filipina. Una, the members were each to pay 10 centavos as monthly dues. So, mayroon silang bayarin na dapat nilang bayaran each month nasa 10 centavos. And each of the members was free to choose a symbolic name of himself. So, pag membro ka ng La Liga Filipina, you will get a privilege to make or to choose your own pin name or symbolic name para sa kanilang sarili. So, meron kang kalayaan na pumili ng pangalan mo. The funds of the society were to be used in the following manner. So, una, the member or his son who, while not having the means, shall show applications and great capacity shall be sustained. Halimbawa, may anak ka, tapos kabilang ka sa membro ka ng La Liga Filipina. Kung humingi ng tulong yung anak mo, so hindi kagad ito malulutas kung wala itong may pakitang dokumento. So, masusustained lang yung paghingi mo ng tulong kapag may naipakita kang dokumento na nagpapatunay na ang ama mo ay isang membro ng La Liga Filipina. At doon, maaari ka nang matulungan ng mga membro ng La Liga Filipina kung sakaling mang humingi ka ng tulong sa kanila.
Second fund of the society is the poor shall be supported in his right against any powerful person. Actually, the aim of the La Liga Filipina is to stand up for the poor, especially to to all the abuses by the powerful people. So the La Liga Filipina shows that the poor shall protect their right against the powerful people.
The funds of the society were to be used for the members who shall have suffered any loss shall be aided. If you are a member under the La Liga Filipina and you experience the loss of your property and the loss of shelter, you are able or you will be able to be aided by the La Liga Filipina.
Now, capital shall be loaned to the member who shall need it for an industry or agriculture. It means na ang capital, money or financial resources, mahalaga siya as a loan sa mga members na kailangan mag-invest para sa industry or agriculture. In other words, purpose sa loan nila para i-support sa mga panginahanglan like business operation, farming, or livestock. Example, naay cooperative organization, then ang members ana mag-loan sila base sa ilang panginahanglan like mag-farming or livestock. So, in that way, capital na ilang gi-loan magamit nila sa agriculture and industry.
The fifth one is the introduction of machines and industries new or necessary in the country shall be favored. So, the encouragement of the introduction of new and necessary machines and industries can be seen as a step towards self-reliance, empowerment, and progress for Filipino people and its country.
Ika-anim na fund aims dito ay magtatayo ng shops, stores, and establishments shall be opened where the members may be accommodated more economically than elsewhere. Ibig sabihin ay magtatayo ang sila ng establishment kung saan malapit sa mga membro at nang mapakinabangan nila ito at makapamili sila ng nasa murang halaga lamang. So yun lang. At dun lang nagtatapos ang aming talakayan patungkol sa La Liga Filipina and its constitutions of La Liga Filipina, its aims and forms. So, I hope that you've learned a lot from our topics, our reports. So, ngayon lang at maraming salamat.